Deafheaven is an American black metal band that formed in 2010. The San Francisco-based group began as a two-piece with George Clarke and Kerry McCoy, who recorded and self-released a demo album together. After a warm reception, Deafheaven recruited 3 new members and began to tour. Before the close of 2010, the band signed to Deathwish Inc. and later released their debut album Roads to Judah in April 2011. A follow-up album, Sunbather, was released in 2013, which was widely critically acclaimed and ended up being one of the most praised albums of the year in the United States. Deafheaven's musical style has been described as primarily black metal infused with post-metal and shoegazing influences. History, formation and demo. Deafheaven formed in February 2010 in San Francisco, California, with vocalist George Clarke and guitarist Kerry McCoy, who previously performed in the grindcore band Rise of Caligula together. Clarke isn't sure how he arrived on the name Deafheaven, though he is aware of its appearance in William Shakespeare's Sonnet 29. The 2 words deaf and heaven were combined as an homage to Slodv. Clarke and McCoy recorded an untitled demo album in April 2010 at Atomic Garden Studios with Jack Shirley for about $500, which the band couldn't afford at the time. Because the duo didn't own an electric guitar or amp at the time, the demo was written on an acoustic guitar and recorded with equipment borrowed from the studio. The untitled demo, which was released digitally and on cassette tape in limited quantities, featured 4 songs that combine traditional screamo with black metal and post-rock. Originally, Deafheaven didn't intend to release the material, but they later sent it out to a few of their favorite blogs. After the demo had been positively received, Clarke and McCoy recruited 3 additional musicians: bassist Derek Prine, guitarist Nick Bassett of the shoegaze band Wah, and drummer Trevor D. Shriver, who responded to an ad on Craigslist to form a 5-piece group, and started playing their first shows in July 2010. Signing to Deathwish and Roads to Judah, Deafheaven announced they had signed to Deathwish Inc. in December 2010, a label that was founded by Converge's vocalist Jacob Bannon. Deathwish contacted Deafheaven, and originally only wanted to give their demo a wide physical release. By this point, the group already had some new material written and asked if Deathwish could release both the demo and the new material. The first release that Deafheaven released through Deathwish was a 7-inch vinyl single that featured Libertine Dissolves and Daedalus, 2 songs that were taken from the group's demo. The single was pressed in a limited quantity and sent out as a gift to random people that made a purchase from Deathwish's web store. Their debut album, Roads to Judah, was released on April 26, 2011 through Deathwish. The title of the album is a reference to the Judah light rail that provides transportation in Deafheaven's hometown, and lyrically the album is about Clarke's year of substance abuse and debauchery. Roads to Judah received positive reviews from Decibel and a VA magazine, and was placed on several year-end lists including NPR, Pitchfork Media and the AV Club. MSN Music also named Deafheaven one of the best new artists of 2011. To promote Roads to Judah, Deafheaven performed at Austin, Texas SXSW Festival in March 2011, toured the United States with the Canadian noise rock band Ken Mode in June 2011, performed at California's Sound and Fury Festival in July 2011, toured the U.S. with the post-rock band Russian Circles in November 2011, and performed a European tour in February 2012. McCoy said that Russian Circles took us under their wing while on tour and taught them how a band ought to behave. He said, "The 3 rules of any successful band are to write good tunes, be excellent live, and to not be an asshole while doing that. We were always striving to do that, but Russian Circles hammered it into our heads." Deafheaven also participated in the mid-2012 festivals Northside in Brooklyn, New York and Fun 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 in Austin, Texas. As a part of Deathwish Inc.'s free live album series, Deafheaven released Live at the Blacktop in July 2011. The album featured an entire live performance from January 15, 2011 in Bell Gardens, California at the Blacktop, a former loading dock converted into a venue. In October 2012, Deafheaven released a split EP with the American black metal band Boston Age Through the Flenser. Deafheaven contributed a cover of 2 Mogwai songs, Punk Rock, and Cody, released as a single track. The two songs originate from McCoy's 1999 album Come On Die Young. Also in 2012, Deafheaven released a remastered, limited edition vinyl record of its 2010 demo through Sargent House. Sunbather, new lineup and critical acclaim. As early as September 2011, Deafheaven announced they had begun writing new music for a potential split album, EP or full length. At the time, McCoy described the material as being faster, darker, a lot heavier and far more experimental than Roads to Judah. However, in December 2012, Clarke described their new material as less melancholic and less centered around black metal, but rather featuring a more lush and rock-driven, even pop-driven sound at times. The new album, titled Sunbather, was written solely by founding members Clarke and McCoy, similar to the way its demo was composed, but different from Roads to Judah, which was written as a five-piece band. The duo were also joined in the studio by new drummer Daniel Tracy, who added his own drum style to already constructed song skeletons. The title of the album reflects Clarke's idea of perfection. He stated that it's meant to represent a wealthy, beautiful, perfect existence that is naturally unattainable and the struggles of having to deal with that reality because of your own faults, relationship troubles, family troubles, death, etc. Deafheaven entered the studio to record Sunbather in January 2013 with Jack Shirley, and released the album on June 11, 2013 through Deathwish. Sunbather was critically acclaimed upon release. Metacritic rated the album 92/100, based on 18 reviews, and later declared it the best-reviewed major album of 2013. It was also Deafheaven's first release to chart on Billboard. It ranked at number 130 on the Billboard 200 and number 2 on the Top Heat Seekers chart. In addition to new drummer Daniel Tracy, who was a part of the band for the recording of Sunbather, the band recruited bassist Stephen Clarke and guitarist Shiv Mehra for 2013 tours. Founding members Clarke and McCoy said previous band members parted ways due to difficulties with life on the road and earning little to no money. Deafheaven's first tour in support of Sunbather was a European-Russian tour with The Secret in April-May 2013, followed by a US tour with Marriages in June-July. In 2014, Deafheaven toured Australia in January, supported Between the Buried and Me with Intronaut and The Kindred in February-March, toured Asian and European tour in May-June, the US with Paul Bearer in June, a second European tour in August, and a North American tour with No Joy in September. In 2013, Deafheaven members Daniel Tracy and Shiv Mehra formed a psychedelic rock side project called Creepers with Varun Mehra and Christopher Natividad. That year, the band released a self-titled EP, and in 2014, it will release its debut album Lush through All Black recording company, an indie label founded by George Clarke and former Deafheaven member Derek Prine. On August 25, 2014, Deafheaven released a new single titled From the Kettle Onto the Coil as a part of the cable network Adult Swim's 2014 weekly singles series. Clarke described the song as following a similar formula to songs composed for Sunbather and wasn't a strong indication of what the band's third studio album might sound like. Members, current members, George Clarke vocals, Kerry McCoy guitar, Daniel Tracy drums, Stephen Clarke bass guitar, Shiv Mehra guitar. Former members, Nick Bassett guitar, Trevor D. Shriver drums, Derek Prine bass guitar. Touring members, Gary guitar, Joey guitar, Mike guitar. Discography, studio albums, Roads to Judah, Sunbather, extended plays, demo, Deafheaven/Boston Age, singles, Libertine Dissolve/Daedalus, From the Kettle Onto the Coil, live albums, Live at the Blacktop, references. External links, official website, Deafheaven on Deathwish Incorporated.